Solid Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers, check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighten up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leap to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this we too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze, ain't a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the date before you let him roll. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of character, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs when writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
Cheer. What's happening, world? It's your boy Wildcard Mar. I'm back in the building. I took a hiatus yesterday. A nigga was tired yesterday, so I was not in the right state of mind to do any show. But anyway, let's go get down to the nitty, of course. That's the homie right there, 40 Water, a.k.a. Silent Hill, J. Leo. That's the song, Pale Mood Devil Dance. Go check him out on Hitchhikers. You see it scrolling right there on the bottom. All right. You know, go over to the website, www.I.O.W 19.com. That is the app. You know, Apple, iOS users, go to your Apple store, go cop that joint. You Android, Google users, go on over to Google Play Store, go cop that joint. You know, go show some support for the homies. Hey, that's what we're doing. Of course, the website, www.I.O.W 19.com. That is, you know, the website. Find on all the platforms. So now we got all the, you know, the bill paying stuff out the way. You know, let me take a quick shit from my Modelo. I'm still trying to get them endorsements. Yes, sir, I am. But we ain't gonna do a laugh for today because my guest is gonna provide plenty of laughs. We're not gonna do a player today. We just gonna get straight down to business. We got the man that is coming to be a man of his word, loser of a bet, and I'm cashing in. I feel like it's money in the bank, but y'all seen him on the show plenty of times, returning back to pay up on his bet that he owes a brother. Welcome back to the show, Mike Beast Mode Bones, your human Chico.
It's the Boney, homie.
Dude,
and I can already tell I'm shirtless right now and everything, like prepared. Previously on I Often Wonder. Hey man, I bet you that the Celtics don't get swept by the Nets. Man, the Celtics gonna get swept by the Nets, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, they're not gonna do it. I'm so confident that I'm even gonna bet you that they're gonna lose in the first 2 games. All right, what you want to bet, bro? We gonna bet mustaches. All right, bet.
Hey, the crazy thing is like there's no way I can grow hair like you, bro. So
Like if I'd have lost that bet, I'd have been like, because I'm already a baby face, so like my mustache would have took almost like 3 months to come back, bro.
Well, see, I wish I had did it on a Monday. I've been gone all week. I've been gone since last week. You know, what I mean, I stayed out on the road for the weekend. So I'm going to see my wife again. No mustache. They gonna grow back by tomorrow. Like,
oh yeah. Hey, see, that's why I fuck with you, Bones. You a man of your word. You a man of your word.
Oh, it took a little bit off.
Oh man. Hey, I got a couple other bets in man down. I bet a couple of people. We talking about a couple of bottles.
I'm gonna throw some mutes on and off while I'm doing this too, so you can keep talking. I know it's buzzing.
Hey man, look. Speaking of man down, what's happening, Mel? Hey, yeah, hey, Mel, my man Bones is cashing in on the bet. He should have just took the bet because I said that the Nets weren't going to. I said they were going to sweep Boston. He said they wouldn't, and he should have took it. But he was like, "Nah, I bet." You know, if Brooklyn catch an L in the first 2 games, I will have to shave my mustache off. And of course, they took the first 2, so now he over there looking like a cancer patient right now. That was probably not a PC joke, but you know, damn, it's that.
There we go.
Hey, when you cut your mustache off, you kind of look like you albino on the lip, bro.
It don't help, man. Ain't no sun never hit my lip. If I ain't have a mustache, nigga, I was shit. My mustache grew when I was 13.
I mean, you had a mustache at 13.
Yeah, I had a mustache at 13.
Damn. I feel like a baby face then. Damn. Because I can't grow hair with that. Damn. All this little nappy scrub damn took almost months and it ain't nothing.
Yeah, this is fucking 10 days right here. I mean, my beard, of course, wasn't that long, but like the size up here on the top, where it's not lined up at, that's 10 days by edge up.
Hey, Mel said, put a shirt on.
Hey man, I'm just trying to give everybody else a chance. I gotta show my flaws sometimes.
All right, so so KD and the boys in Brooklyn took the L tonight, man. They caught that L tonight.
I mean, I expected them to. It don't mean nothing.
Hey,
it don't mean nothing. My thing is, they got them gummy bears all over them. From the last pod we just got done doing. By the way, check us out on the Elbow Drop podcast. Yeah, everywhere where you get podcasts at. I just featured my boy Modelo Mar was just on there.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I ain't plug nothing, man.
didn't even think about it. I like gave you the lightest plug ever. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna be on his pod. I did say I often wonder, but I wasn't any more specific than that.
Hey, nah, it's all good. I appreciate the shout out. Nah, that was dope to be on that Elbow Drop podcast, kicking with y'all boys. Because you know it's crazy because I literally was like, yo, like the group chats we in is like just the same conversation, just be all over the place. It just don't be as strict to wrestling, but
that's literally how we get down.
He said, I love the Nets game. Low-scoring game reminded me of the old Knicks Heat matchups. It was definitely a low-scoring game. It was, mid-80s, was it 83, 86, Milwaukee? I mean, that's a defensive game. So, you know.
You ain't going to see them more there. But that's how, I mean, if we're going to be like on some hypothetical shit, that's how the Bucks have to win. They're not going to win. But that's how they have to. If they can manage to keep the game under 100 points every game, yeah, sure, they have a chance, but they can't manage to.
That's a lot to ask to keep the Nets under 100. First of all,
right?
To do it 4 times, 4 times. Like, you sure you can do that?
The question here is, how many games do you have the Nets winning in?
6. Because Milwaukee feeling themselves now, they think they're going to be able to repeat what they did tonight, and honestly, everything kind of went perfect for them. Brooklyn wasn't making shots really. I mean, KD was making shots down the stretch because he turned it on, but Brooklyn was missing shots. Lopez dude had like 6-7 blocks or something like that. His defense was off the chain tonight. So
tonight.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a perfect storm tonight. They played defense, and Milwaukee finally got smart and stopped trying to yoke up all these threes and bully the paint. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. That it irritated me that they did that in the first game and the second game. You repeated the same performance. You got away from your offense, and then once Brooklyn was making shots, that because Brooklyn's defense, we know it ain't all that. But the offense is so explosive, they put you in a whole 30 points. That is their defense.
That's what happens when James Harden is your coach.
Boy, you telling me they needed him tonight? Because he gets to the free throw line. If you're in the game,
that's a consistent stream of points right there. Like it's just money.
Hey, I agree with you on that, Mel. They did let the refs kind of let PJ Tucker get in his grill, and you know some of the stuff they gave him a real a lot of leeway tonight. I ain't even gonna front on that.
Surprisingly,
I guess you do it because you don't want to see 3-0 against the Bucks. I don't know. I mean,
maybe they look at the Bucks as the potential future. They just ain't. I don't know. I haven't been big on the Nets. You know I haven't. I've been so far. Like, I feel like the Bucks are the most overrated thing like I can remember. Like, as far as the team goes. For the past couple of years, like I haven't never seen a championship contender. I still see this year.
I just don't like Greek Freak's game. I mean,
I love his game though, personally.
I'm just saying, if he's not getting to the paint, then he's a liability at times. So in a close game, I'm telling you, this is going to happen in this series. In a close game, he's going to be on the court. And he's going to cost his team a game because Brooklyn's going to foul him and make him earn it at the free throw line. He ain't going to be able to do it. Yo, it's all in his mental now. He caught another 10-second violation tonight. Like,
if he's smart, he should just start jumping from the free throw line and laying the ball up. Pretty sure it's legal.
He made a couple of mid-ranges tonight, so I'll give him that. Like, he got like to the top of the key. And then he pulled up by the free throw line and made a couple of shots. But still, he was missing some of them too. So it's like,
it's like a shot. Well, I'm so tired and dying. A lot of things that I explained. Quit smoking like 3 days ago, and now I'm sleepy all the time. And also, to explain to people listening, since I did do another podcast, I'm doing them in my truck. I don't have it crunk up. I haven't had AC for like 3 hours now. So if I'm yawning, it's because it's warm and I'm sleepy.
Anyway,
between Little Rock and Memphis.
Okay. Oh yeah, you getting some of that southern humidity, and it's been raining all day because.
Yeah, and it's been raining here too.
Yeah, that's just a mug. But no, yo, what's up with our boys, man? What we gonna do?
Trade everybody.
Everybody.
Nigga, if they jersey say Lakers on the front, trade that nigga. I don't care. I'm done here. We fucked up when we didn't trade Kyle Kuzma 4 years ago or 3 years ago when he had mad value. Nobody want him now. What we gonna give a Kyle Kuzma? A microwave?
A microwave, bro.
Like Dennis Schroeder, and that nigga wanted to be a starter.
Yo, Where did it go wrong, bro? Like
Anthony Davis legs and back being held together by paper clips. I don't even know the rest of these niggas' names no more. I knew them before the playoffs, but now I don't because I didn't see anybody else doing anything.
Bruh.
And now the Clippers is going to the next round. Niggas got the nerve to say shit like, well, you know that the Clippers run LA now. I'm mad at these Lakers for putting it, even though that shit is very far from being true for so many reasons. I'm mad at these Lakers for putting us in the position to tell people that it's not true.
Cause like, bruh, like I'm literally thinking like, how do the Lakers not have known that this was AD's MO down in New Orleans? Like,
I feel like what happened was we had him last year, and we was like, oh shit, nigga, he made it. We good.
bruh, they had 2.5 months off because of the pandemic.
I was just gonna say that.
Hard.
People always give us like act like it's so that's the only thing I would give credit to as far as the bubble games and pandemic is that AD played because he didn't have he had a break before he died like normal.
Hey, that pandemic break saved that Lakers get late. And look, you know how I rock with the squad, but I'm telling you, that pandemic benefited them the most.
I mean, after watching this, that's the only conclusion you could possibly have. Like the way that we lost, it ain't even just that we lost, because I could have handled losing to the number 2 seed.
Just the way
I could handle that. The way that we lost those games, that shit reminded me of like Kobe in the playoffs in 2000. Was it 7, 6?
When he was by himself before he got Paul.
Yeah. Like that shit remind me of some Smush Parker shit. I'm not ready to go through that again, man. Trade everybody.
Everybody. Hey, and Mel, if you still in here, I think he kind of said the same thing. I mean, you can go ahead and get some. You can't tell me you still can't get no good value for Bron.
The thing, see, but we can't trade him unless he want to be traded. That's our problem with him. The thing about AD is that, like, the thing about us realistically is more, and outside of jokes, it's more that our entire team required Anthony Davis to be healthy. The entire build of the team required Anthony Davis to be healthy, and that's not a bet we can afford to bet on. Obviously. So like we built to fucking get blew out by anybody if Anthony Davis not there.
Yo, LeBron.
And that's understandable-ish, but you don't want to have to build around Anthony Davis. You just
LeBron literally felt like this year was just gonna be his coach year. Like, come on, AD, the torch. You slightly got a hand on it, and I still got it. Like the baton is like they ain't fully passed it through on the relay race yet. So it's like LeBron thought he was like, yo, come on. And then once he got hurt, he's like, oh well, shit. And then he got hurt, and then now,
well, it's like, well, I guess.
Yeah, well.
Guess I gotta do all the work for you again, nigga.
But he couldn't turn it on, man. He just couldn't turn it on against Phoenix. First of all, Phoenix is a hot team right now.
Yep.
That's one problem. Now, if they were playing Memphis, they were playing San Antonio, I don't think it would have been an issue.
Phoenix got like such a good team and a good core, and then like after, like once shit, like if even in that elimination game, once shit started looking like we was fucking working our way back, once we got to that point, Chris Paul showed up. Chris Paul might not have showed up for that whole game, but that veteran leadership came out. He took over for a couple possessions. Like he scored, or I think it was like 7 possessions in a row, but he scored or assisted on while like commanding the defense. Yeah. Like he's right there when they need him. And I'm on the record right now to tell you here that the Nets can't beat the Suns
The Nets can't beat the Suns
or the Jazz.
or the Jazz.
The
Really?
Nets can't beat the only team left in the West that the Nets can beat is the Clippers. I'm willing to stand on that.
I mean,
I don't care
what makes you say that? What, come
I just
on.
think I think all those teams. I think all those.
Where your mind going on with this?
I think all three of those teams are better teams than the Nets. The Nets got two better players, 2.5 better players. Even if they have the third one, I still think like the teamwork and cohesiveness, like the Suns, the way they work together as all around and actually play some defense, which is crazy because it's like, I don't know, man. I'm 35, 36 or something. I'm not even sure right now.
45, 36. You don't.
I'm one of them, but at my age, that means I'm used to the Suns having absolutely no defense. Like that's just what I know them for. I know them for scoring really fast and having no defense.
Yo, defense and Suns just never went together, bro.
Right. So like honestly, they might not even be playing good defense right now. I just might be so used to them having zero defense that they might be like, man, that's like they might be playing average defense right now. I'm like, you know what? That's the best defense I've ever seen from the Suns.
Nah, Chris Paul, but that's my thing. Chris Paul, there's been a lot of, you hear all the stories and people get on podcasts and they talk and there's a lot of people that say that Chris Paul is kind of one of those rough around the edges kind of player, but I love CP3 because he's about accountability. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what he brings to every team he's played on, and people try to shit on him because he hasn't won a chip. But I'm telling you, I could go out there and probably find a player and say, yo, playing with CP3 is probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. Everywhere. Probably every team he's played on, you could find it at least.
I would say this. If that nigga makes it to the finals, he definitely won the chip. You gotta make it to the finals. I'm not saying that shit is easy, but I am saying once he make it there, it's gonna be easy. I don't care who make it to the finals. Well, I ain't gonna say that because I'm about to say no matter who make it. If the Nets make it, the West team wins in 6. If anybody but the Nets make it, the West team wins in 5. As long as it's not the Clippers. If it's the Clippers, then I'm going with the East. And I don't even see how the Clippers could make it, but I didn't see how he was gonna make it to this round. So who knows?
Well,
but I'm betting against the Clippers every round.
Well, the Clippers managed to bridge the gap, and they're only down 7 right now, into the third. So if that game ends on the end of the show, we'll give an update on that. But real quick, if what's up with Denver? Like, you got the MVP, but they forgot how to play basketball. They're getting run out the gym right now.
I don't know. I want to say like give them time, but shit, how much time you need, nigga? It's time. Time is running up. TikTok.
It's coming close to an end.
TikTok, nigga, you got a lot of work to make up for right as is. You playing from way behind. Like 2-0 is fucking. That's just almost a death sentence, to be for real. Especially when the 2-0 look like that.
Phoenix is.
And I still think that they're good though. I mean, like as a team, not like they're in a good situation. I still think they're a good team, but it's looking pretty bleak. No Memphis.
All right. So 76ers and the Hawks tied 1-1 going to ATL. How you see that series turning out, bro?
I don't know, man. For real. Ice Tray, it's cold motherfucker, yo. And I'm willing to say that he's the best thing to ever happen to Atlanta sports. Not including baseball. Not baseball. But if you take out baseball players.
He's the best thing that happened to ATL since prime time.
Okay.
I would have said Vic, but
I'm not going. I purposely put him over Vic. I did
I
purposely put him over
almost
Vic.
said Vic. But I'm gonna go prime time. Trey
But
Young is a
I'm
great
gonna
pick.
say I'm not gonna put him over prime time. But I definitely when I said that mentally thought about Michael Vick and said, "Yep." I mentally thought about Dominique Wilkins and said, "Yep."
Yeah, I got to put him over Vic. I got to.
But then I started thinking about all them baseball players, and I was like, "Nah, he definitely ain't over like Hank Aaron, Chipper Jones."
Oh no! Oh no!
So
Damn, you even said Chip. Damn. Yeah, they love the shit out of Chipper Jones down there. They love the shit out of Chipper Jones in ATL though.
oh shit. But yeah, that's that nigga is impressing the fuck out of me. I don't feel like Atlanta has the team to be where they are, except for Trey.
Right. He's the engine
So
of that
like,
whole thing.
right. So like, I have to give him mad props for even. You can hear.
Oh, did we lose you, Bones? Did we lose you, bro? All right. I think we lost the homie Bones. We'll try to get that technical difficulties all switched up, but just to keep y'all updated on this Clippers and Utah Jazz game. They had a hell of a game. What day was it? What's today? Thursday, Tuesday. Of course, Rudy Gobert just got Defensive Player of the Year for the third time in his career. So he came up with a clutch block to end the game. And if anybody had caught the day stream with me and Detroit Mail, I went on the record as saying, of course, I don't believe in moral victories, but the way that the Clippers were able to go toe to toe with a team that's been on 6 days of rest, and it literally took you to beat us on the last play. I think that should be something they can hang their hand on. I mean, you just came off a 7-game grueling series with Dallas Mavericks, and had to climb out of a 0-2 hole. That takes a lot out of you to go 7 games and then get prepared for a team that's been on 6 days rest. I mean, that's just a game in basketball. Sometimes, like I said before, many times, usually when you get to the end of this of the season of you're in playoffs and you're playing a longer season, rest does a body good, But the Utah Jazz, who took care of business against the Memphis Grizzlies, gave them the gentleman's sweep. They got a chance to rest. That benefited them greatly. To me, you still want to probably win in larger fashion. Probably wouldn't want it to come down to a last play. But you take your victories, especially in the playoffs. You got to take your victories. 93-91, top of the fourth. So still got some time left in that game. See what other bets I can win. Nah, that homie Bones came through with the had to shave that mustache, but no, it's all good though. Shit. So we was talking early on the day stream, me and Mel, and all the news of Deshaun Watson, kind of talking to former teammates that are, and they're coming out and pretty much are saying, I think it was Kareem Jackson, that he wants to go to Denver, because I think Kareem Jackson was a cornerback or something like that. I don't know if he's still playing with Houston or not. But I'm still confused of him, still kind of the way he's talking. It makes it seem like he's going to play this year. I mean, the NFL hasn't made a decision whether to put him on the commissioner's exempt list. I guess they're still waiting on more information. I mean, the man has 22 civil suits against him, claiming sexual misconduct. So obviously, you want to take your time on, so many suits at one time. Of course, like, like he was getting civil suits every day. It almost reminded me of when Tiger Woods' Little Mistresses was coming out. Another one was getting added by the day. But I mean, I just don't see him getting moved at all. And don't get me wrong, there's probably a good PR firm that an NFL franchise could hire to kind of spin it. A franchise go get their own Olivia Pope, spin it. But Mel brought up a good point. He said, he's fighting his innocence and him showing not to settle the civil suits because he believes in his innocence. Maybe you can work with that as a PR firm. Possibly. But I'm still having a hard time seeing him get moved because you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose your female audience if you're the NFL. Because hey, don't get me wrong. You can go to an NFL game and peep out the crowd. There's hella women in there. You don't want to lose that money. Because especially when it's dealing with acts against women, and then you just let them play with all this, looming over his head. I mean, hell, come on. Y'all seen the NFL get boycotted for lesser things. You know what I'm saying? NFL got boycotted for a player kneeling. There were people pissed about Mike Vick coming back. So that's why I'm having a hard time seeing them doing that, of just letting Deshaun play. But obviously, but Denver apparently is everybody's wish list. Aaron Rodgers been rumored to wanting to get traded there, or possibly a destination of him to get traded there. And don't get me wrong, you get Von Miller coming back off an injury. The defense is getting older, but Denver's always been known to produce good defensive squads, or be very good on the defensive side of the ball. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did that. I mean, you look on the offensive side. I mean, they're not looking too bad. Royce Freeman's coming back. Philip Lindsay left. Melvin Gordon is a decent running back. I know what's his name? Their wide Jerry Jeudy. Oh, you gotta love that. They're getting Courtland Sutton back. He was on a Pro Bowl level before he got hurt last year. Noah Fant, the tight end. It looks like a young tight end that's going to be pretty damn good. So you got that going for you. So you got Denver got some pieces on offense. They got some pieces on offense. I mean, and you can never be mad at what they do on the defensive side. Because, of course, on the opposite side of Von Miller, you got Bradley Chubb. Yeah, they got. I like Shelby Harris, the DN. Oh yeah, Missouri boy. Yeah. So you got you. Yeah, I guess that does it. That, get Pat Surtain in the draft, one of the top cornerbacks at pick 9. Okay, I guess I'm starting to see why. And I'm not hating on him because y'all know I'm a Chiefs baby, but I mean we've been kicking their ass for a long time for the last few years. But they need a quarterback. They really do. Drew Lock hasn't been answered. Drew Lock just has it. I liked him at Missouri. But he got it. There's some stuff he has to clean up on the. He thinks he's a gunslinger, pretty much. He literally thinks that he's the second coming of Brett Favre. Sometimes the way his decisions with decision making is. So you bring in Teddy Bridgewater, who no pun intended, is the best bridge quarterback out there. So Teddy Bridgewater, it just isn't a long-term solution. I mean, just signed a 3-year contract with Carolina. 1 year into it, they shipped them out. What does that tell you? But here's my thing about Teddy Bridgewater. he when he was in Minnesota, he wasn't terrible. I thought, barring that injury he had, can't remember what year it was. Let me trying to pull him up real quick. Yeah, we'll get to it. Teddy Bridgewater, he's still 28 years old. I'm just confused. I'm just confused on why all of a sudden Teddy Bridgewater is just bouncing around the league, because I don't think. Yeah, so he pretty much missed 2 years. So he got the injury. He got the injury in 2016. He played all 16 games, started all 16 games. In 2015, the Vikings went 11-5. They made the playoffs that year. Okay. Teddy, I mean, he can fling the rock, but he can better decision making. I agree, yeah. But those 2 years he pretty much missed with that leg injury, it pretty much got a chance to sit behind Drew Brees for a couple of years, learn some stuff. Hey, the man. He played 5 games when Drew Brees got hurt in 2018 and managed to keep afloat. Went 5-0. So I think that's why a lot of people were back on the Teddy train. He had the oh wow update. Clippers just took the lead. First time tonight, Reggie Jackson getting a big shot. But back to Teddy though. I mean, I just don't think that was ever just a good fit in Carolina. Maybe just him or Matt Rule never got on the same page. Obviously, they didn't, because they didn't hesitate to ship him out of Carolina. But I mean, Teddy's not the answer. We know this. So I don't know, y'all. I don't. I guess Denver's the coolest thing to request a trade to now. But how does everybody feel about Aaron Rodgers? Y'all think he's gonna be able to? Is he coming back to Green Bay? I think he is. I think that GM will be gone before him, and the reason why is because in the other show the other day, I had alluded to the part. You got Devontae Adams, star wide receiver. You got David Bakhtiari, they're starting left tackle, both coming out and verbally giving support to Aaron Rodgers. To me, by those two gentlemen coming out and giving verbal support of Aaron Rodgers was them basically saying, here's the line in the sand. Management, this is where it's at. So if they're all showing unity in the locker room, okay. So if they're all giving support to Aaron Rodgers, at some point, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna have to make a decision. Either A-Rod or the GM. That's how I feel at this point. That's where the level of this stuff is going to. He's not showing up to mandatory minicamp. He could be fine. I haven't heard word that they are or aren't finding him. But when you get the other players coming out, back in the days, players weren't speaking out about certain things. But more and more players are starting to, NFL players and specifically are showing more gall to speak out against certain things when it relates to management. And they're making no apologies about it. Hey, it's their job. Maybe that's just them using that point to vent. But to me, that was literally a drawing the line in the sand. Be like, we standing with our boy Aaron. And of course, the Packers aren't owned by just a single owner like others. They do have a president. If he has that power to do it, maybe at some point he's going to have to come up with that decision. It's not like Green Bay hasn't fired coaches. They fired coaches before. I don't know, y'all. Packers got to get it fixed because there's been a lot of reports about Jordan Love not looking too hot in minicamp. Maybe they have some kind of faith in Jordan Love that nobody's seeing, or they're not letting out that kind of information. So if you're going to move on from Aaron Rodgers, you better be 1,000% certain that this guy Jordan Love is the guy. Your man just came off an MVP season. Aaron Rodgers is going to do what he do. Bar none, one of the top 3 quarterbacks. Bar none. Easily. So you better be damn sure that Jordan Love is the guy. Because you put him on that Denver squad, shit. With them pieces they got in that defense, shit. Denver's defense was the only highlight last year. They're gonna have a struggling offense, but they're gonna play some damn defense. You put Aaron Rodgers on that squad, shit. Imagine seeing him and Mahomes go at it, gunslinging twice a year. That's entertainment value right there. That is entertainment value. But would the NFL want that? Leaving the legendary, prestigious Packers quarterbackless? Jordan Love better be the answer. Better be the answer. Because, I mean, Green Bay is not a free agent destination place. It's just not. You know, it ain't a lot of people running and lining up to say, hey, I'm a free agent. Let me go to one of the coldest cities in America in a small little town in the middle of Wisconsin. Yeah, let me go there. When literally, like, everybody's seen Lambeau Stadium is literally in the middle of the damn community. You know, Green Bay ain't a city. It's Lambeau Field and some houses. For real. You know, there's no way I see this GM staying longer than Aaron Rodgers. So it's just a lot of crazy stuff. Oh, so the college football playoff committee, speaking of football, they're considering expanding to a 12-team playoff tournament or format. So if they already considered it, it's probably going to happen. So, you know, go from 4. I guess they said skip 6, skip 8. Let's go to 12. And Detroit Mail brought up a great point. Then we're going to run into that 13th team. You know, oh, man, how do we get left out? So, honestly, I don't think there's quite a system that's going to be perfect. You know, it's impossible for a system to be perfect. I'm glad they got rid of that BCS, that computer mess stuff. That mess was trash. That thing will get it wrong every year of who should be in the national championship. Whatever little algorithms and formulas they was using, that one just didn't work. But there's gonna be a team. Say, why didn't we get in? But what I do love about them expanding the playoffs to 12 teams is you get longer teams that are the best of the best playing longer, I should say. So that means you get your top prospects that's probably going to be in the draft 4 months down the road once the season's over. And you know, you get to see your top teams, your Bamas, your Clemsons, possibly, play longer into the season. But, you know, it's all a money grab. Let's be honest. We know this. What happens if you get Clemson playing an extra 3-4 games past the regular season after they clinch their ACC championship? Wherever Clemson goes, it's going to bring people that's going to spend money. It's going to bring fans that love that Roll Tide, that Alabama Crimson Tide, Alabama. You get to see them and bring that whole crowd that loves that Roll Tide and loves Nick Saban, worships Nick Saban, who just got a new extension, by the way. a highly paid state employee of the state of Alabama, making almost $9 million a year. Well, damn. Nick Saban paid nice, and people wonder why he ain't coming back to the NFL. Shit, well, would he? Only coach that's really making big money like that is John Gruden. He got a 10-year, $100 million contract, and he puts out that trash with the Vegas Raiders. Ain't that some shit? That boy finessing right there. I'm in the wrong business. Shit, I'm about to go try to go start coaching right now. But yeah, that's the only reason why NCAA is considering it or eventually passing it to expand its playoffs. Them boys need that money, need that grip. They know that football is a money machine. Football brings money not just to the NCAAs, it brings money to the universities. And the kids don't see a dime of that shit. They say thank you. Here's your free education. Which is good, which is cool, which is good. But especially when you're playing football, such a physical sport, that just a wrong hit, wrong turn, wrong anything can be very damaging on a kid. You know, could possibly harm their future. Look at Eric LeGrand. Remember homeboy from Rutgers went down on the kickoff, caught a spinal injury. Now he's in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. And that happened in college. Didn't even make it to the pros. That was taken from him. So the NCAA, in my opinion, I think they're going to have to figure out how to, come up with some way to compensate the players of the, because football be bringing in billions of dollars to the NCAA and its universities. Billions. Has anybody seen these facilities these kids are going to in those top teams like a Clemson, Bama, and Florida State, Texas, and all that? Especially in Alabama, there's players. I catch different podcasts and Alabama players. Matter of fact, Devontae Smith was on Shannon Sharp's podcast. And he said, literally, the facilities are just top notch. Alvin Kamara said the same thing. And he's on Shannon Sharp's podcast. Like, they're fortresses, all the amenities, luxury. Like some people, some cats said that Alabama did the facilities were so nice they make the NFL's facilities look like nothing. NFL, yes, the $1 billion juggernaut. So yeah, it is, to me. It's fair to find a way to compensate these kids. That's fair. They're not asking for much. I don't see no issue in those kids getting some kind of compensation, because they're risking a lot. They're possibly risking their future, and I get it. They understand that aspect of it, that they could possibly lose that future because they love the game. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity to make it to the big time. Some make it, some don't. So, NCAA find a way to pay the players, because obviously you're making moves to make more money with this expansion of the playoff. So yeah, NCAA just like, hey, how can we make more money? Hey, Make them play more. 113-103. About 2.5 minutes left in this Clippers and Jazz game. That's coming down to the wire. They were going back and forth for a minute. I'm sorry. Update 115-108. 12 seconds left. So this game's pretty much. Is that Donovan Mitchell down? Oh. He's not putting no weight on his right leg, y'all. Him, I can't see who that. I think that's him and Paul George got tied up. He's not getting up or not putting no weight on that right leg. If I'm not speculating, but he's at the free throw line because it was a foul. But he's struggling to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo, this ain't good. This don't look good. Yo, you should see the crowd right now in Utah. They gasping. Wow. I like I said, I'm not trying to speculate, but if Donovan Mitchell if this little leg thing is something significant, that changes the series. Yeah, that ain't looking too hot at all. Oh yeah, the trainers is on him like white on rice, bro. But sheesh. No, 116, 111, 7 seconds left. We'll see how the end of this plays out. I'm trying to let this last 7 seconds play out, y'all, before we get off the air. Because I mean, down 5 with 7 seconds left. You know, that's a lot to ask for. Well, he's still on the court. Look like he about to thug out this last little 5.5 seconds, 7 seconds. Man, Utah better hope this ain't nothing serious and just. Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. Look like we ain't gonna catch it in time. But look, I'm gonna check you guys tomorrow. Episode 79 in the books. And y'all know what we do. God willing, y'all be good people. Peace.
Hitchhikers. Let's go. Yo. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blunt roll, let it go. Release to the beast, about to take control.